Okay, where's it at? Aha! So let me start by saying I'm not a gunsmith or a stock maker. I just like messing around with this kind of thing. So this is just your basic field stock. This one drops about an inch from here to here. So when you're quick shots that comes up into the shoulder, this is I use this gun for 5-stand, and I shoot 5-stand low gun with this one. Just like if you're hunting, or if you see pictures of the older old-time skeet shooters, they used to shoot low gun. So that's how I shoot this one, so I'm not going to mess with it, but for anybody who doesn't know, that's basically how a regular field stock is. So the project is, I had an 870 that was an older model, and it was still mechanically fine, but the wood was pretty bad shape. It's the older one with the corn cobs forend, and it had a bunch of cracks in it. Here's the buttstock, and it was all scratched up. The finish was pretty much gone, and had some gouges here and there. So cleaned it up, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to shoot this thing with trap, and I shoot trap high gun, so I wanted it to make a trap stock out of it. Couldn't find a used one, or I wasn't going to go out and spend. It's really expensive to get a custom stock made, and I'm not going to get one made for that. So anyways, I figured, you know what, I'll just do it myself. And yeah, I made a few mistakes, but that's why I'm making this video, for anybody who wants to try this, or just for my own benefit of how I did things. So one thing you'll notice is how dark it is here. What that is actually, over the years, oil has soaking into the wood. And so what I'm going to do is get some glass jar and acetone and put it in the acetone, and it'll actually suck all that oil out of that. I should have probably done that before I got started, but like I said, mistakes were made. Another thing I did is I needed a flat spot here, because I needed to rise the comb, right? Because it was curved down and I wanted it flat across. So what I did was I just took it to the belt sander and sanded a flat spot. I'm working on another one, and already fixing some of my mistakes. What I actually did is I made a kind of a jig piece of angle iron with a runner for the bandsaw, the guide, and actually cut it on the bandsaw nice and straight, so I didn't have to mess with trying to get it flat and all that. That was kind of one of the mistakes I made. I live and learn. I added this piece on there just because it fits my hand better. I've got a fair sized grip, so that fit me better, and I added this big glob as a palm swell. And what that glob and everything else is made out of is actually, I use PL Premium, which it kind of works and kind of doesn't. The problem is, yeah, it dries nice and hard, because when I put this piece on there, it's a piece of walnut. It was only so wide, and I knew I'd have a valley in there. So instead of just kind of filling it with wood filler or something, I just figured I'd fill it with PL Premium and sand it flat and fill all that in, which kind of works. But the only problem is, you can kind of see, I just took a razor and cut the high spots off. It leaves voids and bubbles, and it doesn't sand grade either, but it is what it is. I have some other stuff, same PL Premium, but this is their max. It's supposed to be 100% solid, so we'll see how that goes. Might try that. Like I said, it's got to finish up, clean up here, and then fix all this, kind of clean all this up, sand it down. And if you go to an actual stock maker, what they'll give you to once they get your measurements is they'll make you a pattern stock. What they actually use is Bondo, like for fixing your car, denting your cars and stuff like that. So I might either use Bondo to cover that, or wood filler. We'll see what works. And once I get it all cleaned up, kind of look nice, because I'm not going to stain this. I'm actually going to paint it. There's a video, I'll see if I can add the name of it. There's a guy on YouTube, he had it was a Mossberg 500, but it was the synthetic stock. and he did some painting and staining to make it look like wood. So I'm going to see if I can do that to this once I get it done. Just hit it with spray paint and then try do what he did and see if it works or not. And we'll see. If that doesn't work, I'll try something else. Another thing I had to do was, just like this one here, probably can't see, but the back stock is, the butt plate is actually curved. Same on this one, because it's kind of supposed to fit your shoulder better. That wouldn't work for me, because the recoil pads you can buy have where it screws in is actually hard plastic, so it actually leave a gap there. So what I'm going to do is actually get an aluminum plate, and also it works for me also is because I like more drop at the pad. Like I don't have my pad, it won't be up there, it'll be actually about 3-inch drop off of the rib. It's just the way it fits into my shoulder better, and I actually put a bit of an angle on it so it fits into my shoulder pocket better. So I just took that to the belt sander and sanded that flat, and I'll add a piece of aluminum. And when I get a pad, yeah, so I think that was about it for how far I've come along with it. I think it should be pretty good when it's all said and done. I'm going to take it to the range just to try it out, see how it fits, and see how the point of aim is on the pattern board. See if I've got to change this at all, if I got to add more material to it or even take some material off. I set all my trap guns to about the same. Like I have an 1.5 inch drop at the comb and drop at the heel there, and then about a 3-inch drop at my pad, and that works for me. So yeah, so if you're trying this, well, learn from my mistakes. And like I said, I haven't seen a lot of videos on anybody doing this. Maybe there's a reason for that, but either or, I like a challenge, and yeah. So you leave your comments or any suggestions or whatever in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next one with an update on this. Thanks for watching.